Your specialty is people, man. Mine is this
I don't know about that.
Shit. I'm this nerd and geek shit. You got that other shit down, man. I struggle with you where you fly. That's why we the team.
Support, because I definitely.
Alexa, get busy.
Oh snap! Yo, Vern.
Yo,
peace, man. Peace.
Peace and good morning, man.
Yeah, Vern, man. This is my man, Dragon's Pitchfork, man. And I just wanted y'all to link up because both of y'all inspired me. And Pitchfork is basically documenting, GRYSKLL and documenting our growth and documenting me as an MC. So I was telling him that you're a big part of that, especially getting me started. So I just wanted y'all to link up, and that's it. I want him to know some of the history, Vern. That's all.
Okay. As far as you just point me in the right direction, and I'll go.
How did we meet?
Okay. As far as I can remember. Okay. First of all, my DJ name is Shakim. Shakim went to South Carolina State University. He lived, which is in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Shakim is a DJ, celebrity DJ now. He's always been real prolific and whatever. So he was like the main thing, you know, and he was doing his thing in Orangeburg or whatever. And I met damn near everybody through Shakim, like Shakim, Malik the T-shirt man, Tunde and Orlando. Remember Tunde and Orlando, Zo?
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah,
just bringing those names up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody used to come through Africa House, all that stuff. And I think I met you through Shakim. It had to be through Shakim.
Nope.
But did I meet, I'm trying to think, did I meet you first or did I meet GRYSKLL first? Or did I meet you together?
I'm gonna tell you how we met. We met
Boy,
you together.
I can't remember.
We met you together. I met you through Chuck.
Wow. Okay.
Chuck brought me to Sumter. We woke you up. You was asleep. Like the first time I met you, I was thinking, yo, it's like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. This man is sleeping. We banging on your window. Your peoples had to wake you up. Soon as you got up, you cut the SP on. And then you started, I forgot what you chopped, but whatever you chopped up just blew my mind.
You know what?
What's up?
Can't remember that. I can't remember that. I can't remember. And I'm going to tell you something, but in all fairness, you know my situation. So there's a lot of things that I talk to people about, and people tell me, they're like, Vern, you don't remember that? I'm like, I can't remember that. And if somebody told me that, I forget certain things subconsciously to get through or something. That's what somebody told me, but I don't know. But I don't remember that. I didn't even remember that. So you said you and Chuck came over.
Me, Chuck, and GRYSKLL.
And then you, Chuck, and GRYSKLL came over, woke me up, and then boom. And then I don't remember that. I could have sworn I met you through Shakim. Okay.
And then, yeah, of course, Shakim, we was on the mixtapes with Shakim. We was doing mix. Like, Shakim would record us freestyling and put us on his mixtapes.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember, and what was dope about you and guys, see, what was dope at that time was, it was the vibe. It was Artist Tools, ISS, you know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. And then you had people that's been there like Vic Voice and, you know, all that stuff, you know, it was just a whole vibe. And it was, Orangeburg was so dope at that time, bro, because it was just a melting pot of talent, bro. a melting pot of talent, and then everybody tried to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to work on it and try to do their thing. You know, like when you guys, when y'all made the unsigned hype in the source. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brothers been working. You know what I'm saying? Brothers been working. You know what I'm saying? Boom. It was just a dope vibe. I'm trying to remember something. It was just a dope vibe. I just know that every time I came to Orangeburg, it was always love, man. It was always love, and brothers was just on it. They was just on the music, man. It was always peace. I don't ever remember being around none of you brothers, and it was ever no beef amongst amongst each other, amongst with nobody. I never see it was about the music, and I love that because every time I came to visit Shakim, I left inspired from you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's dope. That's dope when you iron sharpen iron. We know this, but it's dope when that happens. If you around somebody, regardless if it's about hip hop or regardless about whatever, if iron don't sharpen iron, you don't need to be there.
Word.
You don't need to be there
Word.
because everything else can come into play, and which is no good, you know.
Wow. So Vern, man, I want to know, like, you were breaking down like the SP12 the other day when we was talking about you were mentioning like I started on the SP1200 and I remember the 10 seconds of sample time.
Right.
But you mentioned the SP12. Now that's before my that's before my era, man. So I want to know, like, I want some history on your beginning of production. Like, I want Pitchfork, like, I want them to know, like, who are some of the producers that you really looked up to?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you how I got into this. All right. First of all, I'm from Fayetteville. I was actually born in Fort Bragg. And, I live many places. Both of my parents was in the military, so I've been around. When my parents split, that's when we came to South Carolina and was raised by our grandmother. Okay, now, my father had a massive record collection at my grandmother's home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That he couldn't bring with him because he had so much stuff. So he had a massive record collection. So I'll never forget, like, my grandma won't let me. It was just me and my sister. I couldn't go down the street and play with dudes and play football and do what everybody do. She won't let me do that, bro. She kept me in the house. She said I couldn't go nowhere. So I'm sitting in the house, mad, frustrated, and everything. I'm a kid now, and then I have nothing to do. The next thing you know, I started plundering, probing. You know what I'm saying? Because being bored, just curiosity as a child. And I started messing with my dad's records. And then when I'm pulling out these records, this is what hooked me. He had his stuff kind of not really alphabetized, but he had it sectioned in a certain way that only he could understand at that time. But one of the first records I pulled, it was an Ohio Players record out of his collection. And when I pulled that record, Ohio Players had one of the illest album covers. Groups that had the illest cover. They always had a double fold, and they always had a new lady in the insert.
She was always bald.
When you open it up, it's always a new lady. Mm-hmm. A lot of them wore, but it's always a new lady. I thought that was dope. Then next thing you know, I'm going through his collection. I pull out a Rudy Ray Moore comedy album. My dad had like 3 of them. on that comedy album, it had a naked white woman, you know what I'm saying? And he had his arm around her, then he had his other arm around this thick sister, naked sister. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, look at this ugly dude, and he got a white woman under his arm, and then he got a sister under his arm. I sit up there like, who the fuck is this dude? You know what I'm saying? So boom, I started listening to the music. That's what got me, because my grandmother wouldn't let me play with the guys in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So boom.
Wow, okay.
I had no choice. So I started listening to music. Music right then became my best friend, because I couldn't play. That's who I had to play with. I didn't have nobody else to play with.
And I flipped the script and we dipped the chip, no doubling up. It's bubbling up, nothing troubling us. From the rubble, covered in dust. No news if it's not covering us. Insurance show, you can call me Zo. Somebody say ho, like heave ho. This is super strong, like the Green Hulk. I said ho, say ho, like that nigga you know. Throw your hands up at my motherfucking show. Who is the livest? Tell me which side is. Who is the livest? Tell me which side is. Who is the livest? Zodiac, that's who I be. My style ain't free, it costs to be. Instrument being, what you rapping for? What's the meaning? Not to be a punchline genius, dreaming about a community away from the scrutiny of government. I'm not your employee, I've got choices to make, consequences get ate. I can relate, I have before, no more debate. History, my teacher. Distractions are a feature of this society I wish to destroy. Babylon burn, bringing me joy. I need real titty meat, you can keep that soy. Popcorn and peanuts, oh boy. Cracker Jack, White Karen, Uncle Ben, color has no bearing. Scientists still exist, same soul, add the facelift. Bad energy, shapeshift, I know what the devil is. He know me and that's our biz.